Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
All righty, here we go. Welcome to Friday. It's KVJ After the Show podcast. Jay Bird snapped his headphones in half and then ran out of here. That basically is what's going on here.
He yelled, again!
How long has he had those headphones? Because we were trying to do a headphone count. I know they're relatively new.
Yeah, those can't be more than 2 weeks old.
Yeah, what do we got on that?
I just picked those up.
Yeah.
I don't know my own strength, I guess.
Well, I saw you as you were putting them on. I saw the whole thing happen, and yeah, you just, you thought there was no end to how far they would expand, and your hands were very wide on either side. It just kind of looked like a turkey wishbone. He just snapped them right in half.
Why did I do that then? I've been using them all week. I don't get why would I just...
I don't know. I just think you thought, maybe you thought your head was 10 times the size that it is. Thought you really had to pull them out to get them on.
It's not your fault, Pumpkin. God gave you hamburger hands.
Okay. The only thing more annoying than pumpkin is pumpkin. Oh,
yeah.
Gosh, that's so fucking annoying.
He just really just tore him apart there. Yeah. How about that? Well, if you were listening to the regular show today, there's a couple that plied Jaybird with the request of being their sperm donor. That's what they had asked.
Which I'm fully in support of. I think that you would be a great dad.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I think you exhibit all the qualities that one would want in a happy, jovial child.
I'm afraid if I pick up my baby, I'm going to split its legs in half.
Yeah. Rip it right down the middle.
We'll just give you a bunch of onesies made out of bubble wrap.
What's that one cartoon where the cartoon character loves the creature so I love him and I'm going to
hug him and pat
He
him.
ends up killing it.
Yeah, Mice and Men. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, is that what it is?
No, it's no. What is that? It has the mouse and it's gosh, what is that?
What is it?
It's one
I
of
don't
those
know the name
ones.
of it.
It's not.
You know what I
Mice and
mean.
Men. Is it?
I have no idea.
It's not Catcher in the Rye. It's like one of those things you had to read like in 8th grade. Yeah, I'm trying to think if that is the one. Yeah, I think it is, of Mice and Men. I think I was thinking right, and then I talked myself out of it.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's a John Steinbeck novel.
Okay.
But, yeah, the audience is really kind of split and passionately down the middle. It's about a 50-50 on every poll we put up. This one says it's a horrible idea. Virginia makes it sound like Jay Bird's going to have a kid and be a dad. It's completely opposite. He'd only be a sperm donor, and I'm sure the parents are not going to want him lingering around.
No, we talked about this. We brought it up.
Mm-hmm.
We asked them, would they be willing to draw up some kind of legal documentation that would give Jay Bird, once a month play dates?
Yeah, be able to, have, see it every now and then. And the kid would know what the situation was and be like, oh, he's like a godfather or Uncle Jay Bird or whatever.
Best babysitter ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go.
She's very vocal.
Until he rips him in half.
I love my baby.
I will hug him and kiss him.
Said, if Jay Bird is getting catfish, this is a great one. So easy to play with Jay Bird's girly feelings. Okay.
That's a little,
Wow.
That's a little mean. Is there a joke in there, or they just wanted to...
Just wanted to hurt you.
Okay. Nailed it.
April said, what if the couple is somehow related to the stalker? This is some ploy for her to have his child.
So that's not the first time I've heard that
Really?
comment today.
Okay.
And I
That would
don't
be
put
tricky.
anything past anybody these
Wow.
days. Birds
Okay.
are real squirrely.
Birds.
Yeah.
I found out who knocked on my door at 11:30 that night, and it was a neighbor of mine with their kids, and I didn't know that. So they went on Twitter saying, oh, fake news. No one was trying to break in your house. Someone was just trying to drop something off. To you thought that was, just knocking on the door at 11:30 at night, and I'm just getting in, and I hear... I think
Here
someone's...
goes
I can't remember.
KVJ TV.
Sorry.
Okay.
How many more
See?
things he's going to... can we just Can we handcuff him to his chair?
It's not the size of the hands.
Oh
it's
my
the
gosh.
damage they
He's
do.
a one-man wrecking crew.
So again, I blame Kevin. I blame you. You hired me, dude.
Unreal.
I know it is.
Good Lord.
It's unreal.
We got to put those hands up somehow. They just got to
All my
tie him to his
haters,
sides or something.
all my haters think it's an act.
We do have handcuffs. Should we handcuff him before he breaks something else?
I don't know what's next. He's going through a lot of things
I
here.
am. I'm going to step away from the equipment.
Just don't step away from the mic.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. All right. He's working his way through everything here. Yeah. So you were saying.
It wasn't that important. Much like that email, my girly feelings aren't important.
Oh.
Okay. Well, we'll try to, if we can, get maybe some insight. Maybe Ann will have something to say about it. Got this email from Amanda. Said, hey, it's Amanda from Vancouver, Washington again. I was just curious what Ann thinks about Lana. And I was also curious about how often Kevin gets in arguments with the rest of you. As Ann heard, Lana, she doesn't like Pablo Escobar.
She doesn't
Come
like
out
when
on that this last week.
She doesn't like when I drink a lot on the air, which I understand. I get it.
Okay. And about the arguments, we hear about Jason and Virginia's fights, but never hear about Kevin.
Kevin stays out of the drama usually.
Yeah, he totally stays out of it. He's so mature and annoying.
Well, I just don't think I don't think you excel in confrontation anyway.
No, I really try to handle it other ways. Don't try to get emotional with things.
Emotions.
And,
What are emotions?
yeah, it's rare. And I use, if I do, typically, I do it as a vehicle. Sometimes I will get there and I will be, going crazy. But that's when everything else has failed. Because unfortunately, sometimes people don't listen until you knock some
Flip
shit
out,
over.
yeah.
Yeah.
That
and
is
so-
true. Some
yeah.
people do respond to a little bit of,
Right.
shit, motherfucker's mad.
Yeah, so I have done that, and I will do that. Not really with you guys, don't have an issue, but to get things done sometimes down the hall, yeah, I'll go knocking stuff over. And I remember recently it was with the digital package that we had. For 18 months, I'm like, we got to get this stuff together, and nothing happened, and then it came up as a problem, and then I'm like, finally, after probably the 25th email I'd sent and conversation, and it became an issue I had to deal with, and I went down the hall and was screaming and acting a maniac, and people were like, oh, look out, people were shutting doors and afraid, and, but, I mean, I use that, I'm like, here's what I'm going to have to, I hate to have to
Don't
be
make
that
me
way.
bring him out.
Right, I hate to have to ever be that way, and it was a huge public spectacle, and my boss was like, whoa, you really were off the handle today. I'm like,
Yeah. 25 emails later.
I said it's an act. It really is. I said it was just unfortunate because she's like, I get it. She's like, I know what you're doing.
If no one listens,
Yeah.
you kind of have to shake it up.
I will say, though, for the amount of time we spend together, and as long as we've been together, we really don't fight. I mean, I know we have our moments and we can nip at each other, but it's really not that bad, honestly. I've been around people that are way more bigger assholes than you two.
At the end of the day,
Or
I think
myself, I mean. I didn't mean that to call you guys. That came out wrong. That came out wrong.
Look, I know I can be an
I
asshole.
was not calling you guys assholes. That came out wrong.
Here starts a fight.
No, I was not.
Asshole.
What do you mean,
I bet.
dickhead?
I love you both very much. I think you know that.
Somebody protesting to a story I was reading the other day. Is Jim Carrey difficult to work with? Really? What did Jim Carrey say that was so awful? I can't imagine it's anything worse than you would hear from a football coach. People are so fragile in Hollywood. I think there are more snowflakes in that industry than anywhere else. I think Jim Carrey is a complicated guy, and he may be a diva at times, but I don't think he's being a deliberate jerk to people. The snowflakes can't handle working with an actor that has a big ego. They're probably in the wrong business.
Well, I think what had happened was he really did that whole thing where he's going to be Andy Kaufman. He's going to talk like Andy Kaufman. He's going to treat you like Andy Kaufman did. And he did some jerky things in that time, but he was doing it for acting. And I guess the argument would be, yeah, but you're not acting. It's off the scene.
Yeah,
People are still getting their feelings hurt.
For reference, it was a story I was reading that had come out when he was filming The Grinch. 15 years now that movie has been out. It's a 15-year anniversary.
Wow.
This year, I believe of that. Oh, no, I'm sorry, that's Elf. That's 15
Elf,
years. I
okay.
think this one might be even longer than that. It's been around a while, The Grinch has. And I remember it was Ron Howard that directed it. And it was the person who did the makeup for it, because there's a lot of makeup and he had to be in the chair for a while. And the person who did the makeup actually walked away and left, and Ron Howard had to call and be like, "Oh, look, Jim, blah, blah, blah." And so I think he was irritated. He had to put contacts in that he didn't like. And they're like going, "Look, I've been doing this for a while. Never had anybody talk to me that way." And blah, blah, blah. And maybe there was snowflake. Who knows? Who knows what it is? And it could have been, agitation, everything else that went with it. But I've seen it both ways, in Hollywood. And I think, you've got to realize the aggravation, the pain, and sometimes people can be jerky and things like that. But I think there's a lot less tolerance for that diva-type behavior and just being mean to somebody, because there's never an excuse for it. There really isn't. I mean,
there's not. Unless somebody's mean to you,
Right.
you should not just come out the chute and be just casting evil.
What are your thoughts on somebody like a Jim Carrey that he knows the way he's got to do his performance and all that stuff, and if people are infringing on his best performance and they continue to try to block his best performance, do you think he's got the right to be mad at them and kind of blow up? Say,
Yeah, I
look,
don't have a problem with
motherfuckers,
that.
leave me alone. Let me do my thing.
Yeah, I don't know the exact context of what it was that Jim Carrey was doing to make this person leave and Ron Howard have to call to bring them back, and who knows? I don't even know any of that kind of stuff, so I can't say.
Well, if you're Ron Howard and you're trying to do a movie and Jim Carrey is doing something that's not typical of actors to do, and it's prolonging the schedule and it's making things difficult,
Yeah.
I can see an annoyance on that as well.
Sure, yeah. So it is, it goes both ways. You got to know. And then I'll run into people and they're less than savory and they're very nasty and they're terse in their language. And I a lot of times say, I have no idea what happened in their day. I don't know where they are. And I try to give as much forgiveness as possible when somebody is that way, saying,
Give forgiveness, you fucking snowflake.
Yeah. So I'm usually pretty flexible with those kind of things. But
You
yeah,
are.
if it's repeated after a while, then, sometimes I think it's warranted to say, hey, look, I am just doing my job. I would expect a little bit of courtesy and respect as I'm giving you. So
It's going to be hard to say something like that to Jim Carrey, though, because he's just probably on a huge ego trip back then.
Well, keep
I
in
mean,
mind, that was back then, too. People do change
they
and
do.
evolve.
They mature and they realize, oh, shit, I was a douche.
yeah. So there you go. So it just, just kind of depends. But I don't think that you ever need to be a doormat. I think that, if somebody is clearly treating you wrong, that you have a right to say something.
But you are right about that. The tolerance of the day of the diva being a dick to people for no reason. That's time's up, divas.
Yeah, well, I think social media and all that kind of stuff has kind of brought everybody down. There used to be such a separation between our celebrities and regular people. And, social media, I think, like that has kind of closed the gap a little bit. You see a lot of people who just seem like regular people that are now celebrities.
Chris M. says he knowingly gave his girlfriend STDs and got her hooked on pills, and she ended up killing herself. That I don't think is real. I think it's been proven to not be true.
None of us know because we weren't
Yeah.
there.
I thought in
but
court it was proven.
I think in court.
It was proven that the all that STD stuff was fudged.
Really?
And yeah, that's why he didn't get in trouble for it, because they had proven that stuff was not real.
Oh,
I thought you reported on that story.
I forgot.
I hear
I drink a lot.
Yeah. But Kate Jacobs in the chat room says, I don't think that being famous and talented is a pass to be an asshole to people. And I think that's true. And I think a lot of people feel that way. And I think for the most part, any exchange I've had for the most part with celebrities, they have been really cool. And even just stuff that I see that everybody else sees, they seem like they're really awesome. That they get that. Tom Hanks and a Will Smith, genuinely nice people. I think they understand. And I think, too, these videos that can come out showing somebody in their diva behavior, one of those gets out and exposes them to the world, then the world's going to be like, we don't want to support you. You're a jerk.
like a Reese Witherspoon. Oh, wait a minute. That's already happened and her career's doing great. Remember that video?
Yeah.
Do you guys know who I am?
I think she had a bad
You're gonna
night.
find out
Yeah.
who I am.
She's drunk and I had a really bad night.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
We've all had those nights.
Oh, yeah.
Probably have one tomorrow.
Yeah. Let's see here. Got this email from Tom in Coral Springs. Good morning to my favorite morning crew. I have a KVJ TV playing while I'm at work in the morning. And this morning when you're talking about the caller whose dog attacked another dog, I paused the broadcast to make a phone call. And horrifying what I saw. Kevin, Halloween is over. He's got a still shot photo there.
Wow. What are you destroying a small little city?
I look like Godzilla, right? Oh, yeah.
Godzilla.
Godzilla, get out of the ocean. Yeah. There you go. Thank you for that. Let me see here. Got somebody looking for some insight. My husband works a normal job, 9 to 5. I work nights. I stay home with our son. That to me is a full-time job, not to mention I cook, clean, the normal wife crap, he says. Even pack his lunch, but every chance he gets, he's always giving me little jabs because I stay at home and he works all day. We have sitters to watch the baby so he can go out sometimes, like once or twice a month. If I go out, it's normally with my family, and I even have our son. He'll call and want to know what's taking so long. Most of the time, it's because he's hungry. When I get home from work, he will get mad at me because our son is still awake. How the hell is that my problem when I was just at work? Venting because I know he'll hear this, and I could bet $1 million he wouldn't even have a clue it's about him.
Oh.
How can people sometimes be so clueless? I've received that same email from people that have been on before, and they're like, I sat in the car with my certain somebody, and they were listening to it, complaining about them, and it was me, and they never even picked up on it. Like, how clueless can somebody possibly be that they just have no idea that something is about them? And some people are. Said, I know I should run, but I don't want to just walk away. How can you help me out or give me some advice on this? Anonymous. Well, apparently you're certain somebody is listening, and they're not going to realize it's them. And if you're sitting there bitching like, yeah, what a jerk that guy is. Yeah, just, have appreciation for somebody and realize that, they're doing a lot of work. And you know what? Fix your own damn sandwich.
Yeah. I think what you might need to do is write him a letter and leave it for him to read and find and ask him to think about it and give him a little bit of time to absorb what you are trying to say, because it sounds like he's just taking you for granted.
I think that often happens in relationships, and that's tough. That's kind of almost resetting the same thing we were talking about a little bit with Jim Carrey, where it's like sometimes people look down somebody. I don't like that. And, there's a great quote that is kind of going around right now is, to me, the true mark of an individual is how they treat somebody when they know they can do nothing for them. And that truly is saying, look, we're all really created equal, and I'm going to respect you no matter who you are and what status you are in life. But that is also a sense of appreciation, trying to look at that. And Jim Carrey appreciating the person that does his makeup is going to make him look good and make him a ton of money. And also the person who is married to somebody that is working hard. It sounds like she's working nights, taking care of the kid, and making his lazy-ass food. So that's very prehistoric, too, in the thinking, saying, oh, I expect my wife to make me food and have dinner ready. Hello, 1950s. So,
It's just nice when you see two people in a household both helping out and contributing and also acknowledging what the other one is doing, too. You got to say thank you to your partner for helping out. You got to acknowledge, what sacrifices they make. Mm-hmm. Just a little thank you goes a long way.
Spouses, employees, coworkers, thank you guys for all you do.
Thank you for coming in here with that sweet-ass hair.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for coming with that sweet-ass George Michael 1990 beard. I'm liking that shit.
About where I am with it right now.
Mine
That's
or
good.
Kevin?
I was talking to Virginia. No, Kevin. A lot of compliments, by the way. Kevin looking hot as shit with his beard. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All from Bird.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
All of them from you.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you. So, yeah, that's key. And, somebody said, this guy sounds terrible. They need therapy or she needs to leave. And that's probably where it needs to get to be, where, sometimes maybe you just need to say something. It's unfortunate because sometimes guys are clueless and they just don't realize where they are. And you just need to say, hey, look, don't do it in a threatening way, but be like going, here's how I feel. Because you can't fault somebody on how they feel. Be going, I just feel like you don't appreciate me sometimes. I feel like I work hard. I feel like I'm tired. I am tired. And I just feel like I never get a thank you and any appreciation. That's tough for me.
And I feel like we're going through this life mundane and grumpy, and you're mad at me, and like, this is no life. This is not what I pictured for myself, and this is not how I want to raise my child, showing them that this is acceptable behavior for a spouse. Mm-hmm. Because trust me, if you're in a relationship and your spouse is treating you poorly, your children are watching, and they're learning what to accept and what not to accept.
Yep. And the holidays are stressful, too. There's this survey that says 88% of us find the holidays stressful, and the average couple will have 7 holiday-related fights before the holidays are over.
Gosh, fuck that, man. That sounds miserable.
Yeah, that is tough. So
have fun being married.
Recognize what's going on. But I will give you a big positive on marriage. Cal Berkeley, they say the longer a couple's together, the less they argue and the more they laugh.
I can absolutely see that happening. I think if you're in it for that long, I think you've really accepted each other for who you are.
Yeah.
And
you appreciate them. You say, wow, this is
Definitely.
great to have a partner that's there that I can laugh with and experience all these things with. That is the great news. Just to let you know, timetable-wise, when you get to that point, they say right around the 35-year mark. So,
so right there, right around the corner.
yeah, so if you're in year 34 and you hate that bastard, hang on one more year because you're going to turn the corner and you'll be going, okay, all right, we're really arguing less and we're laughing a lot. So there you go. Just to let you know. Just hang in there. It's going to be good. Well, the latest thing that has got people triggered and all upset.
Triggered.
Yes, triggered. Some places are starting to ban basically anything that has to do with the holidays.
That's
starting in
stupid.
some of the schools.
That's stupid.
Elementary school in Nebraska has banned Santa Claus and candy canes.
Aww.
The principal included lists saying that we're looking for acceptable practices, not during the Christmas season. So the list is looking for things that can only be inclusive and culturally sensitive is what they're looking for.
What?
Oh my gosh. How are you going to learn about other people's cultures if you're shutting down other people's cultures?
The list has banned Santa and Christmas trees, Elf on the Shelf, and Christmas songs.
Okay, Elf on the Shelf. Ban that motherfucker. That creepy son of a bitch needs to go.
The lists instruct teachers to focus on snow, different holidays, winter activities, and imaginary creatures, whatever that
So
means.
different holidays, but not Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
It's so weird. People are just, I guess, kind of afraid to say anything or be anything or whatever they are, and they're just like, because they think, it's all about me. I'm not sensitive to other people's.
But shouldn't you teach about everything so that we can know about everything?
I've always been a fan of that.
Why wouldn't you want to know what your fellow man celebrates?
What, fellow what?
Fellow woman?
Fellow what? Did you just say man? Oh my God. And
Fellow
you're a
woman,
woman?
yeah.
What's the shit?
Yeah. So. Yeah, so that's it. So, I don't know if this is going to. It seems like every year there's a little bit more, as we kind of dabbled in it last year. And then this year it seems like, the
PC police are really out to fuck up your fun
the
time.
attack on Christmas. And honestly, the thing that I would argue, I'm a guy who, I am a Christian by faith. And I would tell you, honestly, anymore, I really don't look at Christmas as being that much of a religious holiday anymore. I really don't.
I understand. Well, because it's been commercialized to the point where we weren't an overly religious family. We never really saw Christmas and religion together. We looked at Christmas as this big party. Now, I know that's going to be a controversial statement, but I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. I mean, I think, it's kind of evolved past what it is, and it is. For me, I look at it now. It's pretty much just a secular observance where we all are trying to be kind to one another, and we enjoy the holiday festival time, and that's really what it is.
To me, I look at it as a time to be peaceful with one another,
Yeah.
celebrate with family, loved ones, whether it's Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa. This time of year, it's the year to put it all in perspective. It's the end of the year. You tell people you love them.
Yeah.
You have a good time with your loved ones and friends. That's all the fuck we're saying.
I agree, and I think that everybody should be able to say that and say the Merry Christmas and whatever, and be good with it.
Virginia, I cut you off. I apologize.
No, you're fine. I was just going to tell you, I got a Jewish girlfriend who puts up a Christmas tree and a menorah because she's like,
Right.
why wouldn't I want more presents and more fun?
Well, she gets it because she's not looking to be offended. She's going with the flow. And when I say going with the flow, you don't go with the flow if someone's trying to murder you, but you go with the flow if someone's trying to have a good time, having some fun. Let's consider where the source is coming from before we get pissed off.
Yeah. So there you go. So, and
You're pissed off that people are pissed off.
It's truly ironic. It really is. I contradict myself, and I'm not really mad. I mean, we're on the air. I got to show some passion here, and I do believe what I'm saying, but I'm not going to go home and go, these motherfuckers are trying to attack Chris. Like, I'm not even mad. I'm not that mad.
I think ultimately they should, look at it as that. It's a chance for us to all come together and have some observance and have some fun of good-naturedness amongst one another, and you don't necessarily have to make it religious. And if Christian people are all upset with the comments, I would tell you, honestly, Jesus was probably born in April. Look at it.
Kevin,
They looked at the timeline.
No, he was. I mean, I will talk to any Christians that are upset about this, and I will tell you why. Honestly, we should probably, if we want to do that observance about Jesus and his birthday, let's do it in April. It's a better time. It's a better reason. There's a lot more reasons. In fact, I'll let you know, I hate to drop the bombshell, but Christmas actually is a Roman pagan holiday. So just to let you know, that's how it all wound up. So don't get upset about that either, Christians.
I just like getting with
celebrate it.
I just like getting with my family and friends and eating a shit ton of food.
Yep.
Telling them I love them.
That really should be it. Everybody should take a deep breath and say, look, this isn't, because I don't look at it that way, and it shouldn't be. It's not a holiday to ram religion down anybody's throat. It is just a observation for all of us, no matter what your faith might be. It is Christmas. It's
an interesting time that we're living in. I feel like so many things are just outrage. Outrage sells, and it didn't used to. I know, people getting mad always move the drama needle, but now it just seems like
a lot more.
Everything is, there's two sides to every story, motherfucker, and I'm outraged. I'm like, all right, whatever. I don't get it.
Somebody in my family just texted me, and they're like, look, we're trying to get in the Christmas spirit over here, but we can't until one thing happens. We need suits to sing Christmas shoes.
I think it's too premature.
It is, yeah.
All right, I'm just saying. People are asking for it.
Mm-hmm, yeah. I think that's...
When will he sing it?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably going to be the week of, if I know Kevin Ralston. If I know Kevin Ralston, it'd be the week before we get out of here.
You're right, it will be.
I know Kevin Ralston.
It's a grand finale. Yeah. Mm-hmm. There you go. So anyway, that's I think just a different way to look at it for everybody who wants to get rid of it, because people like it.
Well, you're not going to get rid of it. There's too many people who love it. So you're just going to have this cultural war going on. You're not getting rid of Christmas. I know that there's a war on Christmas. People are not. You're going to not get rid of that. Mm-hmm. You're just going to get people that, I can't believe you said Merry Christmas.
Yeah. And for the people who want to make it a religious holiday, you got your observances in your houses of worship in your own home and in your heart.
Yeah. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I don't fucking care.
It's all good. This email said, hey, when you guys are taking a little bit of a Christmas break, could we have a best of with Jaybird's mom and the pranks you did with her? I love those old clips. And we need more Denny's, too. So there you go. We'll see what we do have and try to post it up there.
We'll see. Are those clips tired?
No.
No, I think people, I honestly, I've listened to Circus Rats 20 times, and I love it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Yeah, so maybe we'll do special themes if we have some of that stuff.
There's so many good ones.
Well, we're at a point now where we can start morphing Ann and my mom into a Chris. Like, we have a lot of Christmas bits with both of them.
A Pennington Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Also, I watched Teen Witch, the movie that Jaybird always speaks about. What a bag of hot garbage. I mean,
I have never said Teen Wolf or Teen Witch was a great movie. I never said that.
We all have those movies that we hold dear to us, but dang, that was rough to watch.
Whoever wrote that email, I have never said you got to go out and watch Teen Witch because it's an awesome movie.
Kevin, you're always looking for a show to watch. 6 Feet Under, greatest show ever. Just watch it. Virginia, you're the hottest.
Oh,
6 Feet Under was good.
Oh my God. I watched that movie right after, or that show right after my mom died.
Oh.
And it does. It hits you, but it is so well written.
It is.
And it got me so emotional. That's how well it is done. The writing is great. The characters are amazing. I highly recommend that.
It gets in your head.
It does. If you're going through something, be prepared. You might get triggered.
And shout out to Samuel, who said, I want you guys to know you're great. I bought a car 3 years ago, and since then I've never turned my radio to another station.
Aww.
I bought a receiver also to put in my home.
Love
Very
it.
cool.
Meant to tell you, I listened to Virginia, did one of her recommendations for a movie. I rented Crazy Rich Asians. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it.
Wasn't it great?
I thought it was good. I did. I thought it was very good.
Yeah.
See, I listen when you recommend movies. How's Usual Suspects?
I haven't watched it yet.
Mm-hmm. Not even checking it out at all. Huh?
You would like that movie too, Kev, I think. Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's there for a download. So when I get a chance, it's just, like the other day I was with Cannon. I'm like, that's not a 10-year-old's kind of movie, I'm sure.
It's fine for kids.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Magnolia is the one that turned me on to it. She saw it twice in the theater. And then I saw it when I was in Texas. I took my mom. It's a wonderful family movie.
I have
Okay.
a crush on the main girl.
Oh,
Cool.
the main girl is so adorable.
If you're looking for some stuff to watch, Golden Globes actually maybe is pointing me out to a show that I was thinking about checking out, but I haven't yet. They gave a bunch of nominations, 6 in total, to Vice. If you don't know what that is, that's Christian Bale, where he played former Vice President Dick Cheney.
Oh.
It looks good.
Bro, Christian Bale's that next level actor.
He is.
Bro, he'll go
Right.
under the makeup or lose 9,000 pounds.
Yes, he is. So they say that is great. I think that would be good. So that might be something to check out because that really wasn't on my radar. So that is out there to check out. And also, the assassination of Gianni Versace, American Crime Story, was the most nominated TV show with 4. I remember we talked about that because, obviously it has that South Florida connection.
I watched it.
Did you like it?
I liked it. I only watched the end because, the end is when all the fun stuff happens, when they're hunting for him. And then they.
Oh, okay.
I liked it, though. The suspense of it.
Okay.
It was very interesting and fascinating.
All right. Yeah, that kind of seeing that it got 4 nominations, I'm like, okay, maybe I got to check that out. So I'm going to queue up Vice, going to queue up that Gianni Versace special. They say the snubs for the Golden Globes included American Horror Story, nothing. Blackish, Better Call Saul, nada. The Haunting of Hill House, Orange is the New Black, which is tired. Silicon Valley, This Is Us, didn't get anything. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt and House of Cards, they were expecting that to get some Golden Globes, and without Kevin Spacey, nada.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't put a lot of stock into all those awards, man. There's too much good stuff out there that never gets any recognition. Who's voting? I don't know who's voting.
I think what that's trying to say is the Academy or the people in Hollywood are like, yeah, wow, what a double message with the Kevin Spacey thing. We shamed him and got him out of the show, but it's just not good without him. It's kind of like, wait, hold on. I didn't want to say
The
that.
show sucks, but we got him.
Yeah, wow, what, huh? What?
Maybe they're punishing the show because he used to be on it.
Or
I
maybe
don't-
the show sucks without him. You can be a
Yeah.
great actor and a horrible person.
You're
yeah,
right.
I think with a lot of those, I think they try to send these secret passive-aggressive messages that ripple throughout Hollywood that we don't fully understand unless we're plugged in. And I'm sure there's some message in that weird thing
Well,
about...
that's the problem with Hollywood. They're losing people like me and you because they're so fucking moral. Let me tell you what you need to do with your life. No. Ridley, whatever that one woman. Don't watch Little Mermaid. Ridley Scott or Ridley, whatever her name is.
yeah.
She does.
I think Ridley Scott's a dude, right?
Ridley. What's her name? She's from the Star Wars movie. She was the one saying, "Do not watch Little
She's from
Mermaid."
Star Wars?
She is. She's the main girl from Star Wars. Ridley or she's the main. She's Rey.
Daisy Ridley?
Daisy Ridley. We do not watch The Little Mermaid in our house because a man, blah, blah, blah.
She didn't give permission for the kiss.
Yeah, it was a thing.
Okay. All right, well, come see us. We are going to be all over the place tonight in Wellington with Winterfest and the Vanilla Ice Holiday Block Party at the Palm Beach International Equestrian Center. Tomorrow, Virginia at 11 a.m. at Legacy Place for the Holiday Village Spectacular. Then she'll be at Chris Kindle Market after that at the American German Club starting at 3.
Woohoo! Ich liebe dich.
Then myself and Jaber are going to be at Wish Boca starting at 8 o'clock. Maybe doing a little pre-gaming somewhere. We don't know where.
Let me know, brother.
Yeah, I think we definitely need to do that. And then Pontiki Party. Look forward to seeing everybody on the Pontiki boat at the Sandbar on Sunday. So you guys have an amazing weekend. I know we will. And we'll talk to you on Monday. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.